understand how the cash flow for your business works. Now, if you can't, I do suggest you try. I do suggest you get the learning and understanding you need to really know everything that's happening within your business in relation to finance. However, if you really can't, find someone who can do it for you, whether it be a CPA or an accountant. Someone will help really present the numbers, and so you can see the cash flow, what's coming in, what's going out. And as an entrepreneur, you do need to spend money the right way for your future success. And to do that, you really need to know what's coming in, what's going out at all areas. Now, as an online entrepreneur, you really need to determine accurate budgets. This is essential for your business success, as well as managing expenses for the business and managing business debts such as loans and debts and people who owe you money. And you also need to manage the profit allocation to the costs of the business. So that's taking a percentage of your profits, making sure that you do cover all of the costs of your business, and if you can, reinvest profits back into the business. Now let's take a look at some successful budgeting tips that I use every day for business, and these are tips that you can use. First of all, you should deal with percentages, not dollars. In the last slide, I don't know if you noticed that I said a percentage of profits reinvested back into the business. And ideally, you need to reinvest at least 20% of your profits back into your business. Now, each business is different, but it's a lot easier to deal with percentages. And I always try and put 20% back into developing the business and really promoting it, growing it, whatever I can. And dealing with percentages is a lot easier. For example, if your monthly income was, say, $10,000, it's a lot easier to say, 20% of that's $2,000. That's a lot easier to take a percentage, because your monthly income may vary. It may only be $8,000 next month and $12,000 the month after. It's a lot easier to take a percentage of that and deal with that when you're budgeting. Now, another tip that is really a powerful future success tip is pay down your debt as quickly as you can manage. Now, that means if you have surplus, put it towards your debts. This frees up capital and resources for future business growth, and it means you're in a less liable position should you ever hit a downturn in business or economy or what have you. So pay down your debt as quickly as you can manage. That means you can leverage more finance later on should you need it for any emergency considerations or expanding your business. Now remember, each business is different, and the percentages are decisions you need to make as an entrepreneur. So the percentage towards marketing, the percentage towards debt, everything else, but you determine that based on your knowledge and your expert knowledge of the business. And you really do need to keep accurate accounts for all income and expenditure for the business. You need to be able to pick up the accounts at any moment and have a clear understanding of your state of affairs, where you are in business, what your risks and liabilities are in terms of finance, and where your profit is coming from. You need to really be able to do that. So keeping accurate accounts is very, very essential for that. And always plan for the unexpected. Make sure you have resources in reserve just in case the proverbial poo hits the fan. If you can imagine how many businesses, this is the end of 2008 when this is recorded, and how many businesses are going bankrupt. The American economy is really kind of in the toilet at the moment with the circumstances going on. How many home builders are in the crap? How many, the automaker industry is, GM, Chrysler and Ford. They're looking for handouts and bailouts, and everyone has not really planned for the unexpected. And I mean, outside of the political overtones of could all of this been predicted? Well, maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I'm not in the automaking business, so I'm not going to comment. But if you plan for the unexpected for your business, if you have resources in reserve and you're predicting the trends, and if you're following the things I'm putting out in this guide, if you were in those automaking businesses, you might have been able to avoid the trouble they're in now. So it's adapt, survive, and change, and always plan for the unexpected. Now, here are some considerations for business cash flow. Now, even online businesses need cash flow. I mean, it's plain and simple. You need to have funds for marketing, for any, if you're an e-commerce store, you obviously need stock, you need to warehouse it. You know, you've got all of those back end things that are not immediately obvious from the front end. And without having cash on hand, your business could easily fail. If you suddenly had imagine it like a spigot. If that spigot's turned off, you've got no water, you're going to go thirsty. Without that water, you eventually will die. And same for your business. If you don't have cash flow and cash on hand for your business, it will die. And healthy managed cash flow will help you succeed in good times and bad times. We talk about that with having a resources set aside just in case. By really understanding how your business works, where the income and expenditure is, you will know where your cash flow is going. You will really manage that and you'll keep it healthy, and it will help you succeed. Now, don't leave it to others. And I know I say, well, if you're not really sure about it, get someone else. But you should not put all the responsibility on other people. As an entrepreneur, and I've used this strategy before, you're the captain of the ship. The captain is responsible for the ship. He needs to know everything that's going on within that ship, everything from the engine room all the way up to the navigator. So you need to personally monitor your business cash flow each and every day. Know where you are at any one moment in your business. And if you do that, you will be able to predict problems before they happen and react accordingly. Remember, your business knowledge will identify waste and streamline expenditure. It's a very important thing to put in your head. You are in control and you are responsible for that. Other people don't have the same invested in your business that you do in terms of personal commitment, in terms of their goals. Other people in your business don't care about your business as much as you do. So make sure you take note of everything that's going on and know exactly where your money is going and why it's going there. Now let me share with you two very useful principles for money management. And again, this is another little kind of business mantra that you can kind of write down somewhere or repeat to yourself 20 times so it's really cemented in your skull. First of all expenses should lead to profit. Now that does sound self-explanatory, doesn't it? But think about it for a minute. Any expense should help business make more money, and if it doesn't, then it's waste. So think about that when you're looking at your accounts, when you're looking at your business, look at each and every expense, and if it's not contributing to making profit, then think about it as potential waste that you can cut out, and that will really help you streamline it.